right, so we're having this discussion about irrigation, and one of the things that tends to come up, particularly with fur irrigation, is every middle or every other middle.
Correct, right. So, you know, and that goes back to just like we talked about earlier, you know, the limitations on wells, the limitations on water, you know, a lot of that's going to play a huge role in the grower's decision of which route to take. Some of it's preference, you know, some of them like the speed of being able to get across the field, you know, covering more ground by going every other middle. But, you know, the biggest thing I see is the importance is going to be, you know, make sure that we wick the water to the middle of the row. You know, we want to make sure that that corn crop has plenty of moisture when it comes time. You know, when you start it and when you stop it, you know, we need to make sure we put the time and the effort into making sure that it's got what it needs. You know, if we're going to put the effort into it.
Yeah, and this is, you know, this discussion is going to revolve around, a lot of times it'll be about slope.
Sure.
You know, how fast is the water going to move through the field? If it's a silt loam, it gets tight pretty quick. If it's falling pretty fast, then we probably need to be watering every middle. If it's some sort of flat field that's clay where it's going to wick nice, we might get away with every other middle.
Right.
So those are some of the challenges.
You know, soil type plays a huge part of it, and you know, and also what I run into from time to time is, you know, the guys that use liquid or knifing rigs, they don't have as much of a issue with trying to get everything wicked across to get fertilizer incorporated. But you know, the guys that are using urea or dry fertilizer, you know, to be able to get that middle wicked all the way through and soaked up, plays a lot more important role for those guys, just to be able to get their fertilizer incorporated.
Definitely. This is every other row on 38s. Looks like the corn's somewhere around V8, V9. So although we've had an incredibly wet spring, these folks have set up to start watering the corn right away. Never let it stress. Critical time. This could be a situation where they have put out urea and now they need to water it in, or we could be a situation where we are just wanting to make sure this corn is staying in a very rapid growth stage. At this particular growth stage on corn, our kernels per row are being set, so this could be a yield limiting stage if for some reason this corn suffered any stress. So irrigation, V8, V9 corn, pushing this corn to set maximum yield. I appreciate you guys watching today on our irrigation for Delta corn. Of course, one of the next questions that will come up in the corn production conversation is, when can I turn off my water? When can I stop irrigation? So we'll cover that in a later video. But thank you for watching today. Curtis Fox, area agronomist, Jeff Pangle, technical seed agronomist for the Delta region. Thank you for watching our tailgate tour today.